Hey there, Fatty from Pack a Punch Traders here. Going to do a quick review on my trades today and any lessons from the trading day. So my main good winning trade was QNRX. I had a small loss on CLWT. We'll just start off with this one. Um, so we got, in hindsight, should have never even traded it. So we got to, or even focus on it. So we got a choppy stock in general. Can't really hold its gains. Gets stuffed. And at times that could be a recipe for a nice short squeeze. A lot of shorts are trapped in it. They're betting against it, and it fails to break down, and it just squeezes. But in this case, should have never paid attention to it because it didn't check off all the boxes. There wasn't really any volume. We had all this volume in the morning, which acted as resistance, and really no shorts got squeezed. Not enough buyers to really push us even higher. And after the first half an hour, volume was just dead. So I should recognize that. That is why I did take only a small position in this, just 500 shares, nothing crazy. It just never showed me any reason to add. It did consolidate, held above VWAP and open price, but it never confirmed that area of support and brought in more buying to trigger a squeeze going higher. So ended up stopping out on this 232 to 228. Nothing crazy. Um, but we'll compare this to, what was it? NVTA. This one here today, as you can see, going 200%. Also, not the craziest history, but the demand was there. It even has a large float, but look at the demand. It's shocking um, what it normally does. So there's just a huge imbalance, and shorts are just getting destroyed here. So you got the nice spike, failure to really break down. This is what was something I was looking for out of CLWT. The failure to really break down, it comes back, holds near the highs, holds key levels, VWAP, open price. But this one, as you can see, after it confirmed, you got to pick up in volume here. And consolidated some more, but you really got the confirmation when you see it with the volume, not just the price action. So this one was much more clear, but still pretty choppy. It is what a bigger company compared to how we usually trade, and the history shows that for sure. Just a slower mover, just an incredible move, and really what it was, what we simply talk about: demand, trend, holding key levels. So that is a difference, and this one did have a low float. It just didn't have enough volume to really, enough buying rather, to push it even higher. Sellers were just in control of this from the beginning. It was just pre-market that it took off. Um, so yeah, but QNRX, my favorite pattern. Been watching this, looking for at this for days now, looking for the bounce, and we finally got it. Mapped it out in a video lesson last night. It was in the watch list. I tweeted about this, and it was just beautiful. So it did end up cracking five and trying to hold the mid fours. That was something I talked about. I was thinking ideally it would hold five, but I could see it coming back down, testing the lows here, double bottoming, holding around the mid fours, and then that could trigger a squeeze. So that is what happened. So you got the failure to break down, and then shorts just started locking in profits. It wasn't heading any lower. What we normally talk about with the multi-day bounce, you get the massive spike. This one going from 5 to 28 pretty much. And then you got the massive selling, a lot of shorts in this. And when it shows signs of failure to keep pushing lower, shorts are going to cover. And that's the same goes for longs. When it shows a hard time really pushing higher, volume gets weaker and whatnot. As you can see here, it started fading, but volume got really weak. Um, this is what is possible. So as we can see, the ideal entry was over the high a day, 497. I waited a bit too long, saw it was confirming, just wanted to see how it play out, and then it kind of gave a little quick perk, and from there I just instantly smacked it 510, and Never looked back. I could have. I don't even want to say I could have hung in there for longer because then I'd be getting greedy. If we're being honest, taking $1, nearly 20% on this, very good. Even though the 30% mark is in the 660s, which it got just under, couldn't quite reach it. Um, that would just be greedy. I'm up 20%, lock it in. And then you can also see the weakness I talk about going to the long side, not just to the um, seller side. So here we got the parabolic move. It takes off, volume's insane. But then here, when it starts taking off again, making new highs, volume is strong, but it's getting weaker. And you know what we normally talk about? We want the price action to match the volume, ideally. So if this was going to squeeze any higher, it should have had more volume to show that shorts were still getting squeezed out and maybe more buyers. The buyers were coming in to join the bounce. But as you can see here, you got a lot of shorts getting out here, another burst here, and here you got that last gasp. They all get squeezed out, and from there it flips over the momentum. So that's why I normally say to take your quick snipes. Doesn't normally reach 30%. Sometimes it takes off, goes 100%, 80% or so. But take your quick snipes, lock them in, and this is the recipe. This one I sized up. I was more comfortable with this pattern. I saw what I wanted to see out of this to trigger that short squeeze, or the pattern rather, compared to CLWT, where I went in with small size, didn't check off all the boxes, and I was willing to add if it were to show me something, but it just never did. And in hindsight, this was just a dud. I never really looked at it. QNRX was patient for this. Honestly, was watching this majority of the day, even when it was failing to break down. I was watching how it would hold the mid fours. Got a little excited here when it failed to break down again. Took my eye off it for a moment. I was just away from my laptop, taking a little break. And then I come back and I see this in the 470s, 480s. And I was very, um, I guess, disciplined. I was going to come at it with a negative light, but I was disciplined. I wanted to get in early, get in the 480s, 490s, but I was trying to execute this more according to my rules and strategy on this pattern and according to data. So I tried to wait until 5 confirmed, 497 ish. So when we got that, smacked it, and we got the move. So instead of rambling on any longer, couple good plays out of today. CLWT just ended up getting smacked. But here's another great example on the multi-day bounce, how to trade it, how to approach it, what to look for, momentum-wise, what we're looking at, as well as another great lesson with demand, what is necessary out of, oh my goodness, it just keeps going. That's phenomenal. Wow. Okay. So, yeah, decent day. Been a slower week in general. Uh, Nothing you could do. Just take what is there, the opportunities that come up. Don't try to force anything. No trade is better than forcing a trade and losing money. So sit on the sidelines and learn something if you're not comfortable or if you're not seeing anything perfect. Besides that, just be patient and wait for the opportunities. So we'll just wrap that up here. Hope everyone had a great day, learned something, made some money. Both of them, ideally. So yeah, I'll be back later to make a video lesson going over the top plays on the watch list for tomorrow. But have a great one. We'll catch you guys later.